Antonio Fuoco in the 50 Ferrari. The pit lights heading into Indianapolis.
Yun.
Bamper at the front of that duo. Ferrari in the wheel tracks as the Cadillac crew work on. Wouldn't be for long though. Antonio Fuoco making his move and making it count. That for fourth place. See now Harty in the BMW just losing out. Came under the bridge. Heavy contact as the car sped up on the grass. And the 46 BMW in real trouble. That car into retirement. Heavy damage. Wheels rolling down the track. That's the 45 Colin Braun, the CrowdStrike Racing LMP2 car, trying to limp back to pit lane, having lost that wheel. Second car we've seen with 3 wheels on the wagon. As the conditions worsened at Le Mans, the safety car was called out again. That wouldn't help the number 311 Cadillac. That car would find itself in the gravel. Toyota with the lead ahead of the number 6 Porsche Penske. A long way still to go. Full darkness across the Circuit de la Sarthe. Quite a few retirements. As you can see already, after 171 laps completed, field under safety car cannot continue.
There are no rumors, no real water, and there's absolutely zero reason why we shouldn't be racing right now.
Honestly, I cannot see it how this can start. The visibility is so bad, there is a lot of water.
Conflicting opinions from the drivers. Race control very short as to how they would call it though. Eventually the green flag would return after almost 4 hours. Under safety car. Top 4 cars very closely matched. Rio Hirakawa leading for Toyota ahead of Lawrence Van Tor and Nicholas Nielsen. Nick de Vries proving that he can't see a thing, neither could we. Number 7 into pit lane. Get that windscreen cleaned. GT3 leader in the garage, Klaus Baffler in the 92 Porsche. A brake change or problems. A bit early to be changing the brakes. That would hand the lead to Richard Leeds in the 91. Natter in the Jota and Antonio Giovinazzi scraping the wall. More than scraping the wall. Daniel Mancinelli in the Aston Martin, the number 27 car, upside down after this monumental crash down at Indianapolis. Firewall doing its job. That was a huge accident. Return from the pit lane, Robert Schwartzman in the 83 and Antonio Fuoco in the number 50 Ferrari. As under safety car, Nico Muller would find himself in the grapple. Just where the incident was on the left, Nico Muller would find himself in the tyre wall.
Nico, try reverse. Try reverse.
I did, I cannot get out, I did.
Okay, we have the video. We will need to wait the tractor.
That was going on. The 11th place Cadillac, Scott Dixon in the number 3 car, had stopped, engine cut out, was trying to return to pit lane with the EV.
Okay, mate. Try and find an orange overlap. Try and find an orange overlap.
You keep going.
All right, man. Just try and kind of go slow. Keep the revs low.
Teammate Renger van der Zande watching on, and you could sense this was trouble, real trouble for the Cadillac, leaking oil out the bottom of that machine. As the Cadillac disappeared into the garage, appearing was the green flag, and Earl Bamber was leading. Feast or famine for Cadillac. They led the field away, albeit on a different strategy. Hold up behind Fred Makovicki in the Porsche, and then Robert Schwartzman leading 2 Ferraris. Antonio Fuoco there as well, as Kamui Kobayashi in the Toyota. Fuoco in the number 50 car, making a move on Schwartzman. Down at the second chicane, moving that car up to 3rd place. Schwartzman would have another go. Schwartzman in the yellow, Fuoco in the red, Ferrari side by side. Last of the late breakers, it was Schwartzman who snuck through, and then the number 7 Toyota having to back out of it. Kamui Kobayashi that was. He was fighting hard with Sebastian Buemi as well. 3 wide on the backstretch. Fastest element of the circuit here. Slicks in the damp, heading down to Indianapolis, and everyone was on the edge of their seats. It was Schwartzman who would prevail ahead of Fuoco. Two Toyotas flashing through. Sebastian Buemi passing Kamui Kobayashi. Looks like Kobayashi has a problem, starting to drop off the pace. Kevin Estra slipping through, also now past the second Toyota. Third place would change again. Antonio Fuoco passing Robert Schwartzman. And these 2 superstars putting on a real show. Just how much were those in the garage at Ferrari enjoying this? Antonio Fuoco wouldn't waste too much time, passing the Porsche of Fred Makovicki. Number 5 Porsche dropping behind. The lead now, Ferraris. For 5th place, Kamui Kobayashi had obviously rectified what was wrong with that car, repassed Kevin Estra, the 6th Porsche, but Kevin Estra would come straight back past that Toyota, recapture 5th place. It was turbo issues that were holding Kamui Kobayashi back, trying to work around it. Not able to work around that GT3 car, evidently. third place battle still raging. This time, Robert Schwartzman was in the wars, not with another Ferrari, but with a Toyota, Sebastian Buemi.
Where did you spend your 24th birthday this year?
On the circuit of 24 hours of Le Mans. It's such a special day. I mean, everything was going quite well last night up to this morning, but now we are fighting back. We try to come back, but yeah, the team spirit is there, and yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this special day. You know, it's not every year that you have your birthday in the 24 hours of Le Mans, so it's great.
Happy birthday, yay. Second place would change. Sebastian Buemi passing Robert Schwartzman. Ferrari dropping back. Car flashing through. That is the lead car, the Ferrari, with Sebastian Buemi now in the Toyota, the closest threat. In LMP2, mistake by Patrick Pilet in the Vector, allowing Clement Novalak in the Inter-Europol car past him. That for the lead. Top three would pick together for Waco. In the number 50 car, getting out first. Miguel Molina getting in. Guidi in the 51. Robert Schwartzman surrounded and engulfed by smoke in the 83 Ferrari. That would allow Lawrence Van Tor in the number 6 Porsche to get out. What's this? Yiffy Ye was climbing out of the 83. Is there a problem for that car? It's stricken. It's not going anywhere as the leaders were battling the top two Toyotas, second and third. Mui Kobayashi passing Sebastian Buemi in the 8 car, and they were catching the leader too. Alex Lynn in that car, handing over to Alex Palou. Low flying, the IndyCar sensation, making his Le Mans debut. And in LMGT3, it was Maurice Schuring, Porsche 91 versus Augusto Farfus in the BMW for the class honours. The lead Cadillac into pit lane. Alex
Didn't have a
Palou.
good car yesterday, but overnight we managed to tune it up, and I think we've got the pace now. Now let's see how the strategy rolls, and we're just going to give it our all. You know, this is what Cadillac came here to do at Le Mans, is to lead these laps and try and win this race, and we're in a position to do it, so we're going to give it everything in these last couple hours.
Alex Palou staying in. Earl Bamber with the interview there. Race leader at this stage, number 7 Toyota, leading the number 8. But the 2 Ferraris were hunting them down. Number 50 on pressure rubber, making a way past the 51. Their team orders as the lead, number 7 Toyota pits. Kobayashi getting out. Jose Maria Lopez, the super sub for Mike Conway, injured in a cycling accident, getting in. Lawrence Van Tor in the number 6 Porsche, also in pit lane. Number 50 Ferrari and 51 Ferrari. This race at this stage could be won by 8 different cars, all on the lead lap. Small mistakes could prove costly. Alex Palou still out front after the pit stop sequence.
Previous lap, you 32.6, Ferrari 32.1. Keep pushing, keep pushing.
The professor in IndyCar. Alessandro Guidi monstering past the Kevin Estre Porsche. Ferrari were on a mission to get to the front. And in LMGT3, it was Richard Leeds leading Sean Kalale. Porsche versus BMW. Very close in GT3, as you would expect. And just when you thought things couldn't get any more tense, rain was on its way. That wasn't bothering Richard Leeds in the slightest. Nothing Sean Kalale could do about that. A battle of horsepower. The leaders would pick for wet tyres. Nicholas Nielsen in the 50. Brendan Hartley stricken in the 8 Toyota. What's going on with the right front? And again, Ferrari, did they get that wrong? Was that a safe release? After all that, they had bigger fish to fry. The door wouldn't shut. Just when they were in the box seat, the number 50 was in real trouble. Also in trouble, Brendan Hartley down at Arnage. There we go. That was a mistake from the 51 Ferrari. Alessandro Pierguidi at fault. One Ferrari with its door open, another Ferrari facing a penalty. What was going on at Le Mans? Were Ferrari trying to throw it all away? Jose Maria Lopez, though, in the number 7 Toyota, looking very quick indeed. This for second place. Toyota up to second. Pierguidi in the Ferrari down to third. One hour and 42 minutes left. The 50 Ferrari in to get its door fixed. Would this spell disaster? Would they be able to recover? Then call Nicholas Nielsen leaving pit lane. Number 7 Toyota now in the lead. An MP2 class battle for 4th. Rashad Begueras in the 28, Vladislav Lamko in the Interpol Europol machine. The green and yellow car through at the second chicane. Third place hypercar of Alex Lynn into pit lane, jumping out to hand over to Alex Palou. Windscreen wiper delaying the pit stop. It has fallen off.
Car 51 has 5 seconds added to the next pit stop for a contact with car 8 at MP20.
Only 5 seconds added to Alessandro Pierguidi's pit stop. Some might say that was lenient. Toyota lost 45 seconds as we look at the LMP2 battle for second place. Clement Novalak passing Van Uter in the United machine. Sorry, it's Oliver Jarvis who leads in the United machine. Final driver changes underway. Brendan Hartley getting out, Sebastian Buemi getting in, and things were getting very tense at the front with 50 minutes to go. Race leader would also pit. No new tyres for Nicholas Nielsen. Off strategy, hoping to keep track position, making up for their pit stop for the broken door. They think that'll be the last stop at Ferrari, with the Toyota, the number 7 Toyota, having to stop.
Ferrari 50 ahead. We don't think they're gonna box. We will be on position 2, and we don't want to take any risks. We want to bring P2 home.
Very lucky for Lopez.
Because otherwise it's too difficult. Just let me go with the flow, okay?
No problem, go for it.
Nielsen to his engineers. 15 minutes left. Treacherous conditions. Anything could happen. You could see the tension on Antonio Fuoco's face. As through the final corner, Ferrari would win again at Le Mans. The number 50 after a grueling 24 hours of racing. On the top step, the Italian manufacturer had done it again.
We did it, mate. We did it. We won the belt. Again. Again. We won the belt again. Yeah.
Nicholas Nielsen, Miguel Molina, Antonio Fuoco joined on the podium by the number 7 Toyota. Kamui Kobayashi, Jose Maria Lopez and Nick De Vries, and 2 Ferraris on the rostrum. Number 51 are James Collado, Joe Benazzi and Pierre Guidi.
We've been working very hard. Last year we were really close, and since Monday we wanted to come back, and we gave everything. It's the best day of my career. Thanks to everyone, thanks to all the people that support me since I was young, to my family, to my parents, to my wife, to my kids, to everyone. Thank you very much.
I think there is no word at the moment. It's just amazing, and all the team did an amazing job today, and we really deserve it. So thanks to all the guys, and we will enjoy it now. It was a very long stint and a very long last lap for me, but you know, we did it.
Toyota pushed them all the way, had to settle for second place again.
Put in everything. I think we take all of this. Obviously, we knew it's gonna be challenge, but without the challenge, we never win. So, you know, we always do our best, and this is the Toyota Gazoo Racing philosophy. So that's why we never give up, and we try until the end.
In LMP2, the 22 United Autosport of Vijay Garg, Oliver Jarvis and Nolan Siegel winning from the 34 Europol competition of Vladislav Lamko, Clement Novalak and Jakub Simichowski. Ardex Sport in 3rd place as well. In LMP GT3, the 91 Manthe of Richard Leitz, Morris Schuring and Yasser Shane winning ahead of Team WRT, BMW, Augusto Farfus, Sean Glare and Darren Loy. The 88 Proton competition car just behind in 3rd place. 311 laps completed. Ferrari do it again. United Autosports 15th overall and winners in LMP2. And 27th overall, it's Porsche who win in GT3, Manthe, EMA.
What a race it's been. It's going to be actually hard to sum up everything. So many things happened.
Yeah, it was a fantastic race. It was open right till the very end, and I say the last key was maybe the key to the door, because they were able to extend that to make the pit window open from number 50 Ferrari to have enough fuel to do what Nicholas Nielsen did. So on behalf of my country, I'm extremely proud of the way Nicholas drove, and of course the teammates, they were a little unlucky last year, but of course it's always the winners who is the deserved winners. And they proved it really this year. They were under pressure, and it was open. There were so many good fights within, with Cadillac, with Porsche, with Toyota, of course. And the problem in the end, with the power of number 7 car, and it could have been others, but a fantastic race.
It took them 50 years to come back at the highest class here in the 24 hours Le Mans, winning last year and doing it again this year. This is amazing.
And now they've managed to achieve it back to back. I mean, last year they were clearly the fastest car. This year it was a brilliantly delivered race from Ferrari and a brilliant drive from Nicholas at the end. They made every single pull right, and then being able to manage the fuel through to the end of the race was so technically impressive, wasn't it? To take the car in those conditions, to make an estimate of how far it can go and deliver it with 2% of energy left at the line. It's such an impressive victory.
The most famous podium in world motorsport. A moment these drivers will never forget. Fans alike. What a 24 hours. And we'll be back to do it all again next year.
Green here at Le Mans for the 92nd running of the Le Mans 24 hours. And side by side, he's got to chase for the lead of the race. Yes, it is. Oh, no.
No rim at all on there, so that has come off completely.
Toyota leading by 8.4 seconds right now.
As the sun has set here, the headlights cutting through. The rain is simply too heavy to be on the slick tyre right now. Just discovered there's a dog on the track. We've just seen it running down the track. Lost this car, the car that he shares with Valentino Rossi.
Oh my god.
Oh, the wheel on the car as well. After 4 long hours behind the safety car of the green flag flying, and the field will attack this racetrack once again. Oh my goodness. This is going to cause a big pause for everybody else in the race. Oh, there's a problem trying to get the wheel off. That is on the Toyota that's battling for the win. They can't get the front wheel off.
The door is open, so if he cannot get that door, that's the passenger in inverted commas side door. If he cannot reach over, he's going to have to pit to close that. It's a rear right corner contact.
51 has 5 seconds added to the next pit stop.
Oh, and the 7's facing the wrong direction. It's spun at the first chicane for Cheeto Lopez. Ferrari took victory last year. They will go back to back in 2024. Ferrari win Le Mans once again. We did it. We won Le Mans again.
On to the second round as Hassan Campbell of Great Britain kicks us off with 175 kilos.
Looking good.
Yeah, that's a smooth second attempt for Tasman in Great Britain. Cicera Tavares of Brazil, 182.5.
And she's gone up 7.5, Ryan. Her opener did not look easy.
It's a bold move. We are at the World Championships. But if you start grinding early, things are going to get a heck of a lot heavier later on in the day.
Ryan, I've just seen Leah Bravois has put a world record attempt in for her second. Of course, it's her own world record.
Oh, wow. At 48 years old, finds a second gear for her second attempt.
Well, it was a grinder, but it certainly went.
She's buying my confidence. I'd be comfortable with her going up another 5. $187.5 kilos loaded for Ivana Horna of Slovakia.
But it looks like she wasn't super confident after that opening squat because she's only taken a 5 kilo increment.
As you said, she can grind. She has the heart of a lion. But everybody has a limit, and there's 2 more attempts left.
And this is her first World Championship back from serious injury.
In classic Ivana Horna style. Although it begs the question, Joe, how many more kilos would you put on for her third and final squat?
I would say 5, given that she's taken a 5 kilo jump to this. But I wouldn't be surprised to see her put 2.5 on.
I would caution towards 5, but I also would not be surprised if she puts on more. Gabby Martinez, representing USA, a sizable 10-kilo jump, 192.5. And here's a reminder why you gotta look at these openers, take them with a grain of salt. Some people open light, some people open a lot closer to the top end. A lot can happen once the action starts.
Gabby's opener was really fast. We know she's done more than this in the past, so this should be comfortable.
It's her first World Championships. I like how Team USA proceeding with caution, building the confidence, and that will build even more confidence. Very smooth 192 for Gabby. Hits depth. Bar tracks down up. Perfect form by Gabby. Looks plenty more in the tank. And 200 kilos even for Great Britain's Amy Nelson.
This match is the most she's ever done on the competition platform. Well, her training has been on fire recently.
You know, ordinarily, it would look like Gabby a solid favorite to hit that podium, but with ladies like Amy Nelson in the pack, it's really anybody's day.
She's got more.
Looks like she's just heating up. Nods her head to the Great Britain coaching staff. Load it up. $200 kilos stays on the bar for Norway's Marta Chenner. We thought 190 kilos was a bit of work for an opener. This is 10 kilos beyond that, Joe. What do you think?
I think she's never hit 200 on the platform before. But she has been coming strong. She has been coming through. She was at the Euros. She looked great. She went 9 for 9. I believe.
Might be a fight early. was ambitious. If I'm honest, I had some doubts. It was based off the opener. Sometimes, if the battle plan was 200 kilos for the second, you really do got to call autos when your opener is a bit more difficult than anticipated.
I think she went deeper than on her first one, and I think that might have just killed her drive.
She does have one more squat and one more opportunity, but here is Italia's Carola Gara, 217.5, also a 10-kilo jump. The difference being 207.5 moved very well for her.
And she's done 220 on the platform before. She did 220 at Sheffield in March.
Wow, that was picture perfect for a second.
As you say, great attempt selection for a second. She's got room to move up.
Unquestionable depth. No sign of slowing down. And up next, a world record second attempt by the reigning world champion, Leah Bavois, 225.5 kilos.
It's her own record. She set this earlier this year. And she put so many kilos on her squats at Sheffield this year. And she's taking it for a second attempt this time.
Leah Bavois being pushed to new heights.
Now between them, Carola Gara and Leah Bavois broke this record 4 times earlier this year.
Well, if Leah is going to retain her crown, she needs to pick up kilos in the squat event.
That was good, but she... Do you know, I think it was deeper than her first.
I'm going to have to see the slow-mo replay on this and see what happened. Paying close attention to Leah Bavois' facial expression as she leaves the platform.
Yeah, I expected her to smoke that, if I'm honest. But she's leaving herself open to Carola Gara now. And Carola Gara is actually leading the way, 5 kilos ahead. And Annie Nelson is in third.
That's an unexpected turn of events in the second round of squatting. Nobody expected Leah to miss her second. She does have another attempt left, and 180 for Tasman Campbell. As the crowd is a little bit hush and some discussion going on.
Yeah, I think that was a big surprise for everyone.
It's not over yet.
That was a great attempt selection there for Tasman Campbell. The coach is getting every kilo they can out of her.
Team Great Britain has done a fantastic job thus far in the World Championships with attempt selection. Obviously, navigating Jerens Kingamu to a surprising 83-kilo win. Sarah Tavares, 187.5.
He's gone up another 5. It was quite a grind on the second, though.
Yeah, but I think we both agreed she looks ready for another grind.
She's definitely a fighter.
To be on the platform, competing amongst the world's best at 48 years old, after 15 years of competition, it's quite the feat. Oh wow, got hurt.
It looked for a minute like she'd caught that and she was going to push through, but it was just a bit too much.
I don't fault them for loading it. It was reasonable. Slovakia's Ivana Horna, 192.5.
Another lifter who had a bit of a difficult grind on her second.
is that special type of lifter. When the weight gets heavier, she just needs to level up with the intensity. Can she do it one more time? Oh, nope.
That was close, but unfortunately not.
You'll see when the fight comes a few inches out of the hole here, the weight starts helicoptering towards the right, and she correctly weights it off. Once you lose the bar path like that,
Yeah, there it goes.
you might as well call it, because you can risk injury. Well done by the veteran to recognize. And Gabby Martinez, 200 kilos even. Gabby's done this before.
And both the squats so far have looked great.
I'm not sure if I'm surprised she's not taking more. The way her training's been going, this is going to be a very difficult task to get onto the podium.
If you look at the projected totals right now, there are 3 lifters within 5 kilos of each other, all fighting for that podium place. So I think this is being conservative and taking what they can.
You know what, the way that moved, maybe 2.5 more might have been asking too much. I mean, whatever you've been doing in training is one thing. On the day of, you have to have those conversations in the warm-up room and before each and every lift. And look at this, it's a bit of work.
She did get a red card from the side referee, but 2-1's good enough.
200 kilos even, once again for Martha Chenner. You know, when you go into the back, sometimes the right inspiration is all you need.
And there is a man who can give inspiration. She has Kjell Backerlund in her corner, legend in his own right.
Multiple-time world champion. Oh! I thought for a second she might have had it.
That's a real shame. That'll really hurt her in the competition now. She's left kilos behind. She must have expected to be able to push through that.
Coming into this, nominated 4th, definitely a podium threat, but with just one squat, it's going to be difficult. Annie Nelson, 205. Wow, the Brits in the crowd.
Well, there's a Scottish contingent in the crowd, and Annie Nelson is British, but possibly more importantly, she's Scottish.
Will all that hard work pay off? Oh, and that is strength personified. Annie Nelson, 3 for 3 in the squat event, all-time best, 205. And if Gabby Martinez wants that bronze medal or podium spot, she's got a fight coming. Bit of a rivalry here between Great Britain and Team USA. Carola Gara, 222.5 for her 3rd and final.
Not being tempted by that record being so close by, you can get a little bit distracted sometimes.
I think it's the proper move by Team Italy. Not surprised for making these moves. And it would be somewhat surprising if she leaves the squat event ahead of Leah Bavois. Oh, she had room, Joe.
She really did. She is loving this weight class.
Look at, if Leah isn't on point, Carola for sure is. Take a look at this, the speed.
Superb.
You know what, I like the attempt selection, but I'm going to be honest, she might have had the world record.
I think she would have. I think she would.
I think they made the right move. It's always 20/20 hindsight, but speaking of the world record, 225.5 for Leah Bavois. Can she make the adjustments and retain the lead, as well as pick up what might be a very much needed chip? She also has lower body weight.
See, neither of these two have grown into the class yet. Leah is 66, Gara is 67. Bloody weight. We've got more to come from these two.
It's different this time. Oh!
It's not going.
And talk about emptying the tank for that squat, though. Tons apart by Leah Babwa, but just a stitch too much on the day. Look at this fight she gives. Hits depth and refusing to give.
But as you say, Carola Gara had more left. She's retained some energy.
You know,
how much has Leah got left? So, Gara takes the gold in squat, and Leah takes the silver, Nelson the bronze. Biggie group lifted earlier today.
Yeah, so obviously Carlos in the lead. It's very early to be looking at leads still after openers, but as we enter into the second attempts, 262.5 for Kwaku of Canada. 245 moved very well.
Well, we did have a 327.5 kilo squat in the B group earlier. So May will medal from there. That was fast. 3 white lights for Kwaku.
Solid second attempt for Team Canada, and Sletten of Norway, 290. Trigby look relatively solid with 275. 15 kilos might slow you down a little though, Joe.
He did this for his second at the Euros. Oh, but it has slowed him down.
Yeah. He's good for it. He never really got pulled out of position.
But he hasn't really got anywhere to go for his third.
It's going to be tight. I would say maybe 5 kilos. As long as he holds form, he might be able to fight through it. Christian Iyenveld in 297.5.
Down, it was fast up again.
3 white lights, and Christian is on point today.
Hard to read the rain. I've got no idea how he's going to lift it up.
Off 305 range of previous top ends. Maybe matching that?
Maybe so.
Maxwell, 300 kilos even. Starting in the same place. But Maxwell trying to establish a bit of a spread. Just on the grip, in the squat.
They're quite evenly matched, but Maxwell has the bigger bench.
From the projected, only 2.5 kilos separates them. It's going to be a tight battle in the battle.
Sliding down some, I think he's still got a few kilos left.
Yeah, I think he could maintain his lead with another 5 kilos. Emil Krastev, 305 kilos. Sizable 15-kilo jumps, so 2.5 kilos below his personal best.
I think this might give us some kind of indication what kind of shape he's in. Is he in the 906 kind of shape? He might be.
2-1, it's good.
Now let's see a side replay of that, because he got a depth call from one side. The hip must be below the top surface of the leg.
Yeah, that was right close on the line, but 2-1 it gets in. And 310 kilos for America's Brendan Petrie. With his top end being 315, we knew 295 was going to move quick, but 310 is going to give us a lot better indication where his top end is going to be today.
I think he's got more.
Definitely more. Does he equal his previous best of 315? Or does he tempt fate and go beyond that? That's a tough call.
Well, he's currently projected in fourth.
Yeah,
So I think he's going to have to push a little. He's got a big deadlift though.
Projections will lie to you. He might be pulling last depending on what Carlos has. It's either him or
So
Carlos pulling
maybe
last.
put a conservative third squat in, save it for the deadlift, save some energy.
I think that might be the prudent choice because Gustav Hedman, 315, he squatted 325. Brendan will outpull Gustav.
He's in great shape.
Yeah, he's in tip-top shape. 3 white lights.
And he has the confidence. He was the Sheffield winner this year. He won the big money meet in the UK in March. And that's going to give you some confidence and momentum coming into this competition.
And here it is. Carlos Peterson Griffith, 325. Again, just arriving from the other side of the world today.
I can't imagine putting together a competition of this standard. Just having arrived from the airport. No chance to sleep.
Making weight at the very last second. I feel like each and every lift we're going to look for it to finally catch up to him. Will 325 slow him much? And this is incredible.
He's sped up.
And this is incredible. And look at the swagger he has.
I think he should have.
8 hours ago, he was in multiple time zones away. 8 hours later, he's vying for the world title.
A little bit confusing as we have the D group included there. Next time I'll have from the D group is still leading the way and then just take the C group.
And it is Kwaku 275. This will equal his personal best. But this time, it's at the World Championship.
Looking strong. And Ryan, we've seen that Carlos Peterson Griffiths has put in the world record attempt for his third squat. There is no stopping him.
It would be the most incredible story if he could pull off the upset. Sledding 295.
The second was tough, so I think 5 kilos may or may not go. He looks to be on his limit with 290.
Well, You're right. Nice eye, Joe. Although again, this didn't look like he expended too much energy in that failed attempt.
That is very true. If you're struggling against the weight for ages, that really drains your energy reserves.
.305 for Maxwell Jantke.
2.5 kilos more than he's done before. Taking a smaller jump than his teammates, so he's come out first this time.
That's interesting. We're pushing the lead temporarily in the Battle of Britain.
You know that Christian likes to take big jumps, particularly on deadlift.
Looked like he got some bounce from the bottom, and when the weight really came on, there was a sticking point in a fight, but he battles through it. Take a look at this on the replay.
Didn't let it throw him around, kept his position beautifully.
I think 305, perfect attempt call by the British. 307.5 now for Christian. Small personal best for Ian Doping.
Gets him ahead of his teammates as well. You know there's going to be some rivalry there.
Very similar to his teammate.
Right on the money.
Perfect attempt selection. Excellent execution. Both Brits 3 for 3.
Yeah, great work from Christian there.
Up next, 312.5 kilos for Emil Krastev. And in terms of comparison, whether Gustav Hedlund and Brendan Petrie are close to the previous personal best, they're somewhat close. Whereas Emil looks like if he can hit this, he's going to start pulling away and put something up we've never seen from him before.
I thought that had ground to a halt. We've got it moving again.
Is today the day?
He's another lifter that's been on the podium so many times, never managed to get to the top step. That was a great squat.
All right, well, Brendan Petrie, 315 his previous personal best. 320, Brendan, trying to hold serve. The fellow contenders are pushing past anything they've ever put up. If Brendan wants that title, he's going to have to do the same. He's hit this in training. It's going to answer a lot of questions. Whether he can meet the standard.
Okay na po ba?
And Brendan Petrie is also on point today. An emotional Petrie, thanking the crowd for their support.
We have got a dogfight on our hands. Paused it for good measure.
That definitely wasn't intentional, that you give him the credit for it. And unlike the 69 kilo class, the title threats thus far and Gustav maintain the pace, 327.5, small personal best for him. And that looked as solid as a second.
Phenomenal squatting from Gustav Hedlund.
We know his previous best was 8.9 195. Same with Brendan Petrie. Both of these gentlemen looking like over 900 kilos. Definitely on the table.
Kilos today.
And then comes the miracle man. The man of mystery. 337.5. Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
Possibly do this after the difficulties had with the late visa, the late travel, made way, as you say, 30 seconds to go.
If he can pull off a world record under those conditions, I don't want to hear an excuse from anybody.
The bravery of him, even to attempt this, is just incredible. But his second squat was fantastic.
It's a reasonable attempt selection. Oh my goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Oh.
2-1 on depth, and the national team coach heading on over to the jury as they review it.
We have a 5-man jury, a 3-to-2 decision.
From that angle, it kind of looked good to me.
But that is the angle he got away from.
And you guys know, jury!
It's the world record!
And the plot continues to get sweeter for Carlos. The crowd showing their appreciation.
Give us as well as take it away. And Carlos Petson-Griffith takes the world record, the squat gold. Ben Teller from the B group takes the silver, and Headland takes the squat bronze.
The bench press is the second movement performed in a powerlifting competition. It's a movement that mainly uses upper body strength. A slight back arch is authorized and allows for a stronger and healthier shoulder